Hey yo, what's up beautiful people? How you guys doing, manze? Of course, big shout out to you guys. Manze, you've been working with this channel right from when we launched the channel. Of course, it's a new channel, the RSN-The, and we're gonna be bringing you guys up to date in matters politics. This is the show that I'm gonna be hosting, the recap. It's called, that is the name of the show, the recap. We're gonna be telling you what has been happening over the past 1 week in the political terrain. Yeah, so stay tuned, and yeah, we hope that we're gonna bring you the best stories that you need, the best updates in the political terrain, the things. Of course, the politics of this country is actually shaping up, and we want you guys to know what is happening out there. We want you guys to consume this content and enjoy what we're bringing onto the table. So, of course, today I'm gonna be talking about two factors. It's a new channel. It's the first show, and I want to just have a brief of what has been happening this week. Of course, there have been a lot of things happening. We've had Senator Linturi being arrested. We've had, the head speeches being talking about and things to do with that. But today, I just want to focus on two main factors that I've actually observed during this week. One that I saw on Twitter, and the other one that was on the news the other day. It is actually yesterday, sorry for that. So there's, people are used to looking at politics in different perspectives. People are also looking at politics in matters to do with tribe, development, and these other things. But I was surprised recently, while just, walking my way through my Twitter. I saw a person talking about the age bracket, and this actually caught my attention, and I saw it better to just speak about the generation and the age factor. So basically, what proponents of William Ruto, or maybe the deputy president, actually talking about is that, he is a generation X. William Ruto is a generation X. Is actually born in between in the middle 60s there, in between 1965 and 1970. So people are talking of him being a generation X. And the Right Honorable Raila Odinga, as all of us know, he had his birthday recently. He was actually turning 77. So Raila Odinga, I don't know where we should put him, because he was born in 1945. That is the boundary of the baby boomers and the traditionalists. So if you're a student of management, I'm so sure you know about this. There's these talks of, trying to compare generations and the age bracket, trying to compare it or relate it to productivity and efficiency. So people, the proponents, especially the proponents of William Ruto, actually bringing this onto the table, saying that Raila Odinga is either a traditionalist or a baby boomer. And right now, as we speak, traditionalists, most of them, it's either they have gone to retirement or they are heading to retirement right during this year. My dad was a baby boomer, and if he was alive right now, he would be going for his retirement this year. You can also observe Uhuru Kenyatta is going to retirement this year. He is a baby boomer. And what people are trying to say here is that we've had these old people taking office for, more than, 3 decades. Right from when we had independence, we've had traditionalists ruling this country. We had Mzee Jomo Kenyatta, we had Moi, we also had Kibaki, who was a traditionalist. So people are saying, the first time we tried a baby boomer, that was Uhuru Kenyatta, this country saw a change. It was a combination of a baby boomer and a generation X, because William Ruto, as we've said, is a generation X. And people say, when we tried the combination of a generation X and a baby boomer, this country actually saw a lot of developments. Of course, there have been controversies about the development projects that have been laid out in different areas, the road project and the SGR and these all things. But one fact, I'll agree, we've had so much development during this regime, except from the economy and things to do with that. So that is what people are trying to relate, saying when you go down the generation line, we're actually seeing more improvements than what was happening. Even quoting the leadership of Obama, Obama was a baby boomer in his own sense, or maybe should you put him, he was actually a baby boomer. And what people are saying is that we had leaders like Obama, young leaders who have been, so much democratic, they have brought change. We've had so many things happening, reforms during the reign of Obama. So people are trying to bring that aspect in the political terrain here in Kenya, saying that when you go down the generation, we're actually seeing efficacy and productivity. You also want to look at people like Paul Kagame. There's also Abiy of Ethiopia. Of course, Ethiopia is actually going through some political difficulties, but Abiy was a good leader. So people are trying to embrace young leaders. And I think the reason that is actually igniting this factor is that we're having more leaders in government. Even let's not talk about leaders, let's just talk about civil servants. The population of civil servants right now in government, we're actually having more older people in government than any other, age bracket. These are the people you talk of, maybe the Generation Z. Myself, I'm a Generation Z. It's very rare to find a person who is actually a civil servant, and he is or she is a Generation X, because I think we are the last generation when you talk about the adults. So people are just trying to relate this with how change is going to come, because we've seen people coming to leadership, people actually coming up as young leaders during the reign of Uhuru Kenyatta and William Ruto. So people are trying to say, if we bring another traditionalist, or maybe if we also then want to try a baby boomer, we're gonna sink as a country. Maybe we'll be killing the younger generation, because we are bringing somebody who is much older, is gonna embrace much older people. That's a fact, because if I'm a youth, I'll always, want to work mostly with the youth, because we're gonna relate so much than any other person. I cannot, work so well with somebody who is way above my age. So that is what people are talking about in regard to the age bracket. Another thing that I wanted to talk about is the recent visit by President Uhuru right in the Nyanza region. So, people say that Uhuru is campaigning for Raila or something of the sort, or maybe he is starting to campaign for Raila Odinga. But according to me, according to my own personal opinion, according to my own considered view, I think Uhuru Kenyatta is just testing the waters. He's just trying to test how the country is going to react in regard to him campaigning for the Right Honorable Raila Odinga. Because we've had people actually criticizing him, saying we don't want a president who is actually taking side and all these things. So I think he is just testing the waters, so to speak, to just see how people are going to react. Another factor, I think he was being strategic, if you ask me. The people of Nyanza region and the people of the mountain have not been seeing each other eye to eye for the longest time. So what the president is actually trying to play here is go to Nyanza, woo the people of Nyanza to vote for Raila Odinga, because he was so keen on his messaging. He talked about unity. At one point, I thought he was going to say about the Azimio la Umoja, because he was saying we want tunataka umoja kwa hii nchi yetu ya Kenya, tunataka watu wakuwe pamoja, and he was almost saying the Azimio la Umoja. So he was just testing the waters as well as try and woo the people of the larger Nyanza region. I think he was trying to woo the people of Nyanza as well as trying to woo his support base, because he wants the Kikuyus to embrace the Luos, because our politics is actually tribal. Yeah, so I think that's it. That's what I wanted to talk about. So you guys, I want to thank you so very much for working with this channel. It is a newly launched channel, and we're going to be here to update you guys. So stay up for the next show, for the next recap show. My name is John William. For those who are watching this channel for the first time, we welcome you guys. Subscribe to this channel. We're going to be bringing you guys up to date. Thank you so very much.